This is a review of the Arai Tour-X4 or XD4 as it's called here in the States helmet, and I've had it for, I don't know, a little more than half a year and ridden quite a few miles with it, and this is my impressions of the helmet. I have two different helmets that I use, but I find that most of the time I use the Arai helmet, and one of the reasons is the helmet picks up the exact deep red metallic, silver, white and black color of the bike. And the bike I have is a Yamaha Tenere 700, and the colors was also one of the reasons why I bought the helmet. The main reason why I bought this helmet is because I believe it's better to spend as much as you can afford on the safety gear on your bike, and it's better to brown bag your lunch for a while and eat some ramen noodles and then spend some extra money on a helmet that is probably more comfortable and is safer. Motorcycle helmets date back to 1914, where Eric Gardner, a medical doctor and medical officer at Brooklands Racetrack in Surrey, England, saw too many head injuries. Together with the manufacture of police helmets, a design based on layers of linen soaked in shellac made the shell of the helmet, and a lining of web slings made the rear and interior, and also the chin strap. The surface of the helmet was polished to make it smooth so it would not catch on the surface if the helmet was sliding. The doctor, he promoted his helmet design at the Isle of Man motorcycle race, a race that's still going strong on the island located in the strait between Ireland and England. And the winner of the 1914, he was one of the ones who wore the helmet. The reason why I mention this history is because Arai, they adhere to the same philosophy of having a smooth shell with no sharp edges, where all the pieces that are protruding from the shell, they are made to break off in case the helmet is sliding along the ground. So the more things change, the more they remain the same, except for in the science of materials. Back in 1914 it was fabric and shellac that was used for the design, and today we're using way more complex materials in order to absorb impact. Compared to the wide array of helmets on the market, this is a more expensive option, but you also get more research and development and more attention to detail baked into the product. One of the items you get is the visor. You can adjust it by loosening the little screws on the side, and there are 3 positions: up, middle and down. And you also get a matte black finish on the underside of the visor. The helmet has multiple vents. It has 3 vents up front. The big black one you close or open with a little slider in the middle, and the 2 little vents on the side, it has a little mesh, wire mesh. There you close or open on the inside of the helmet with little red sliders. The top of the face shield has 2 little brow vents. They can be adjusted either closed, middle or fully open. There are 2 more intake vents at the top of the helmet underneath the visor in the high pressure area, and they can be open or closed. The rear of the helmet has 4 different vents, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. The 2 on the top you can adjust, either they're fully open or in the middle position or fully closed. The 2 vents on the bottom are pure exhaust vents and cannot be adjusted. The helmet is ready for pin lock. You see little pins here. And what pin lock is basically you're putting an extra layer of an extra shield on the inside, so it's similar to double glazing. So you just have a bigger temperature temperature difference between the inside and the outside of the face shield. So then you minimize the fogging. Smaller goggles fits fine in the opening, but if your goggles are large, they might not fit. The interior on this helmet is pretty easy to remove. It's just held in place with little snaps. You can hear them as you remove them. So there are 4 little snaps to take them out. The weight of this helmet is 1670 grams, and that is size medium. Up front there's an airflow or a chin spoiler. It helps to deflect cold air away from your neck on cold days. So it can either be all the way down or in the middle position or all the way up on warmer days. The helmet comes in 6 different sizes, from extra small to extra large. The shape of the helmet is oval, and that is the most common head shape. And you can also change the cheek pads, and you have 6 different thicknesses in order to customize your fit if so needed. So this is the part red version of the helmet, and you have 17 more colors to choose from, so that should be enough. The choice of colors and graphics on this helmet model, it's mildly put impressive. The applications of the graphics and colors on the helmet is also very high quality. These are the colors and graphics for the US market. Other markets have different options. My conclusion on this helmet is that I really like it, and it's one of the better helmets I've used throughout the years. The ventilation system works very well, and the graphic is super nice, especially on this helmet, since this matches my motorcycle spot on. The big beak on top of the helmet is super practical when you're riding because it keeps the sun out of your eyes. The visor can be a little bit hard to open when it's in the fully closed position, but that has more to do with the tight-fitting rubber seal. And also when the visor is fully open, then the bottom of the visor is still visible in the peripheral vision, but that has more to do with that the opening is made to accept goggles. When your fingers are really cold, quick release buckles on the chin strap is a lot easier to use than D-rings, but a lot of motorsport regulations in many markets, they only allow D-rings on helmets. Thanks for watching, have a good ride, please subscribe, more videos to follow.